a nice day off. It's real relaxing for me. Got to see the family a little bit, but no, it was awesome to get Deebo's deal done. You guys know it's been a while, but just pumped they got it done, and I know how pumped he is, how pumped we are, and glad to have him back out here at practice.
Is it officially ratified, signed?
I think he just signed it. They just got to turn it into the league. So.
You showed up for minicamp. Was there any doubt in your mind that anything would get done?
Yeah, there wasn't much doubt for a while. It's kind of, we got a great relationship with Deebo. This stuff's always hard. Like I said yesterday, or last time I talked about it, it's a big business. There's a lot of money involved and big decisions for everybody. But we have a great relationship with Deebo, and that's never changed.
You were optimistic about the whole time that you were going to get this done. Was there ever a turning point or anything that you felt like you had to get through to him on anything that helped make it happen?
No, I just think it was getting back with each other. Lots at hand. So when you separate from each other, not just him and I, but just him and the whole building, and you go away and the big decisions that are coming and all that stuff, I think things happen and you're away from each other. But I think as soon as we got back close to minicamp, we were able to hang around each other. It was pretty obvious that everyone was the same people we've always been, and we just had to get back together and start communicating more.
Didn't you have to structure this contract kind of different than other guys in terms of how he would be used?
No. Did that ever come up?
No, that's Deebo and I said it, probably the best way I could explain it is, as so much stuff comes out and you hear things, and I have respect for all that. But what I've learned throughout my career, especially when there's big decisions coming in, if you pay attention to everything, you will go crazy. And if you take everything 100%, you'll take things very personal. And so that's why I just pride myself and ourselves on just talk to the person. And what comes out of that person's mouth is usually what I hang my hat on, and that's kind of all I go with. So I don't listen to anything except the communications I have with individual.
From your standpoint, from your standpoint, you were never involved in, hey, Kyle, we need this from you.
Deebo and I talk about a lot of things, and I know how Deebo feels. He knows how I feel, and that's about all I'm going to get into.
Just the way he was used at the end of last season, 7 to 11 carries a game. Could you see that happening again over a long stretch?
I think based off of whatever happens, from my standpoint, schematically, from our team's personnel, from Deebo's, from what we think gives us the best chance to win. If we wanted to move Deebo to running back, that would have been something that we were honest with him about. Towards the end of last year, in the last few games, he became our 1-2 punch. And also Elijah, who was our most physical back, he wasn't the healthiest either. And we thought we had to play our two best guys to get done what we wanted to with our team, which was awesome. To have that option to do that, you can't do that with anybody. You got to do that with a special player, and Deebo is a special player, and I think that's why he's earned this contract that he's got, and I think that's why he's going to continue to earn it going forward.
The way this team is set up, maybe less inclined to do that. I know you don't want to tip off anything, but maybe the way things are working, he would do that less.
We're 4 days into practice, so we'll see who we're playing. I know who we're playing week 1, but we'll see how they look on film. We'll see where our team's at, how our 53 shakes up, and we'll see based on down a distance, based off personnel groupings. But there's no, we don't plan exactly how we're going to do something. You do it based off of what other people are doing, and you based off of what gives you the best chance to win. And that's why I love being around Deebo. Watch how he plays. My favorite thing about Deebo is how much he inspires people. And he inspires me more than almost any player I've watched on a field. The way he runs the ball, whether you're handing it to him, whether you're throwing it to him, whether he's catching on a kick. And these aren't things that you have to talk him into doing. It's stuff he usually talks you into doing, because Deebo loves playing football, and he loves helping us win. And I think that's what everybody sees on Sunday when you guys watch him on TV. And I think that's why this country really likes Deebo also.
What were your impressions of the shape that he came back in, and what's the plan for him to kind of reacclimate to practice?
He's been running on the side, so he's been hitting all his speeds and stuff, so we feel good about his conditioning. I always worry just throwing a guy in with the amount of routes, because routes are different. So we'll ease him in. He won't be 100% with the reps that he would normally get, but we'll increase it each day and watch how he is once he gets in those reps. No, I don't. Your question was so confusing to me. I've said every way how we're going to use Deebo possible. I don't know the exact answer. I'll know that on Tuesday night, when we're putting our game plan and install him on Wednesday.
How much were you checking in just through this, just to make sure things were on the right track, or maybe even like, hey, let's get this done?
Not much. I try to just be there in case. I always want to be available in case. You never know. There's two sides talking, two sides negotiating. I'm not involved in that. I'm down trying to run a camp and coach a football team, but I also got to deal with personalities and stuff, and so I always just check on Deebo, things like that. You doing all right? Hey, you got anything? Come ask me, and because you never know, and so I always want to keep that communication good, and it's been real smooth this whole week. And Deebo's been patient, we've been patient, and I was hoping that we'd get it done by the first day of pads. That was my personal goal. If we hadn't by today, the question you asked, I might have started acting a little bit more that way. But from the beginning, I kind of had an idea that it'd probably take these first 4 days of non-pads, and hopefully we could do it on the off day. And my goal was today personally, and I was glad that they got that done.